Shoop, how's it going? Sorry about that. I'm still getting set up a little bit here. You doing okay today, Shoop? You having a good day so far? There's Cat. Hey, Perry, how's it going? You guys doing all right? I've been home all day. I just ain't really got nothing much done. I've let my anxiety get the better of me today. Just family drama more than anything else, but it is what it is. I will be right there with you guys. Hey, Pine, why'd you change your name back? Because I can promise you, if I was related to him, I would have 100% used that shop name from now on. All right. I've not done nothing today. Whoever asked that question, Daniel. This is the most I've done today right here is cut those corners on that board. I'm prototyping a Father's Day gift to post on Marketplace. I believe I'm going to video it. Yeah, shoot, that's awesome, dude. And about what you told me earlier, Shoop, it'll be after Tuesday next week before I can do anything because I am completely broke. Unemployment don't go very far for some reason. Hey, there's my other pencil. I wondered where the hell it went. If I could find my good pencil sharpener, it'd be all right. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm good, I guess, Cat. Just some family drama. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, I don't guess. My blood pressure got a little crazy earlier, but other than that, I'm good. Why, do I not look good? Do I not sound good? Can you hear it in my voice? I don't know. Yeah, hell, it'd be a while before I'll be able to go anywhere like outside of town. Yeah, when I get off of here, Cat, I'll fill you in on what's going on. If you're still up, I don't want to keep you up or wake you up, but if you go to sleep, I'll holler at you tomorrow sometime. How you doing, Plywood? You doing all right tonight, buddy? Damn, that ain't no good. Me and my brother-in-law were coming back from the doctor Wednesday, and his alternator belt, a big chunk of it broke off. It didn't completely break in half, but a big chunk of it broke off, and it was loose. After that, it was loose enough to cause his battery light to come on. It did charge enough for him to get the extra. I guess we were about 20 miles from my house when it happened, and it did make it to my house. But I mean, after that, I had to wait on somebody to get here to give us a ride to go get one, and I put it on for him. But whoever put that other one on put it on upside down. You know, when you put one of those belts on, the grooves are supposed to go down to meet the grooves in the pulleys, but whoever had put it on with the grooves pointing upward. And when I first seen it, I thought, well, maybe it just flopped around that way when that piece broke off of it. But you got to looking at it, and the flat side of it had grooves wore in it where it had been turning on them pulleys, so it was put on like that to begin with. Now he's got a guy that he pays to fix his car for him when something tears up. I mean, the guy don't charge him near as much as what he would have to pay if he went to an actual garage. And I've been telling him for the past couple of years, man, I think, because every time he gets something fixed in a couple of months, something else tears up. And I've told him a couple of times, man, I think you might be doing stuff intentionally to make something else tear up, because this is awful coincidental. But anybody got any big build plans for the weekend? How about your situation, Kat? Have you got anything figured out for it? Oh, are you going to that? Damn, I wish I could go. Oh, God, I wish I could go to that. That breaks my heart now. Because how awesome would it be to meet the cat in person? Well, there's Jack. How's it going, buddy? I wouldn't be able to anyway. My fiance's daughter's birthday party is going to be this weekend, so I wouldn't be able to come even if I wanted, even if I could. I did get to meet the Shoops, and I'll get to meet Pine soon enough, maybe. I'm going to try to go live sometime tomorrow during the day and stay live as long as I possibly can to see if I can pick up the 141 more subs I need to hit 500. Then I can start working on the watch hours. All right, Perry, you have a good night, brother. Don't work too hard now. Hey, at least you get to work. I'm laid off, so. Oh, that's a drive I hope I never have to make again. Jack, where did you say you were at in North Carolina? Was it Charlotte? I know there's two or three people from North Carolina. I just can't remember exactly where they all said they were from. Ah, because I'm in Asheville every 2 weeks. And if I'd known Cat was going, I tried to figure out a way to win it. Hey, Cat, you can always move to Tennessee. Everybody else seems to be doing it. Let's see how many we got. We got 11 people in here, 9 people in here, and 8 likes. Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of people came and joined us tonight. I figured they'd be more than that. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Yeah, where all the people from places like California and stuff that have big money are starting to move here. I mean, you can't even rent a place for less than $1,000 a month. You can forget buying a house. That's part of what the family drama was over today was housing prices and such. mean, is it wrong of me to want to keep the land that's been in our family since the 50s? Is it wrong of me to want to keep it in the family? I mean, we don't have near as much as we used to have, but still, if we were to sell this house, there's no way I could ever buy another one because I would only get half of the value of this house. And to rent a house, most people here are wanting people to be making 2 or 3 times the cost of the rent. And when you got looking at rent for a 2-bedroom being $1,500 a month, I'm not making $3,000 a month, so that's not going to happen. But okay, sorry, I shouldn't be on that topic. I apologize. You see, Flossie, that's exactly what I think's going to happen. Now, bear in mind, I am no artist, guys. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what's going on in my head. Okay, here's what I've got going on in my head, guys. Let's see if we can see this. That's not going to work. Let me just bring the phone over here to it. Maybe that'll help. Okay, this would be what this board here is. Sand it down real smooth, have Dad's toys painted on it, and put 4 little things to hold fishing rods in where we can just stick it up in it and let them hang down. You know, have a piece coming down from each side to a bottom piece. And around about the middle, have a board connected that has grooves cut out for about 3 rifles to sit in. I thought that might be a neat Father's Day present for people. I'm going to prototype one and list it on Marketplace and see what happens. That's not something I could ship, but I could totally sell locally. I believe would sell too. What do you guys think? It's got to be Dad's toys, Flossie, because it's Father's Day in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll just come over to Pines and build me a cabin on his land, and maybe he won't notice it. I mean, that can be customizable. I could paint any of it on there. I could paint names or anything. Dad's toys, John's toys, Mom's toys, Papa's toys. Creepy Uncle Fred's toys. I mean, I don't know if I want creepy Uncle Fred's toys on display though. Freddy Krueger's toys. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, it's been a long day. I believe I could just about go to sleep now if I would lay down for a little while. When I get really worked up like that and my blood pressure shoots up like that, I get wore out after it starts coming back down. But I thought that would be kind of neat. Just, I know that's a really, really crappy drawing, but I mean, I think that was good enough to get the point of what I was trying to do across. Just hang the fishing rods, have a little something like this that will curve, and another piece over here to sit, sandwich it between, and then just slide it up and it'll curve down and it'll hold the rod in place. Yeah, Flossie, that's true. It really is. But I'm just mental, so I don't know if tired has anything to do with it or not. There's Mike. What's going on, buddy? Did you survive the tornado? Did you get to go to Oz? Did you get to meet the wizard? All that and you didn't get to meet the wizards. What the hell? What did you end up scoring? I'm always, and when somebody tells me they score, I'm always going to ask what they scored. That way I can at least live vicariously through people. Now, I scored almost 5 years ago. How come you didn't go to the lumber store and grab the lumber that was floating around? You missed the liquor store but hit the vape shop. And didn't hit the lumber store either. Damn. You're going to have to work on them tornadoes. You're going to have to steer them in the right direction. Thanks, Kat. I believe if I go ahead and build one of them, I believe it'll sell, and I think there might be an order or two for other ones. I ain't 100% sure on that, but I believe I'm going to try it. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, Cat, shroom juice. You know, when you wake up really, really early in the morning and you go out to the shrooms and you go like this, like you're milking a cow, that gets you shroom juice. You got any good builds going on, Johnny? few years ago, back when Tennessee announced that they were going to legalize hemp, a lot of farmers that used to raise tobacco jumped right in there and started growing the hemp for companies. And I mean, they sunk all of their money into it. A bunch of them did. But now Tennessee's passing laws. The hemp stores can't sell anything smokable. I think that'll go into effect either July 1st or January 1st. Like Tennessee took a step in the right direction as far as that stuff goes, and then backpedaled 10 steps. But if they're going to make stuff like hemp and marijuana and stuff like that illegal, I think they should make alcohol illegal too. Out of Tennessee, they get away with whatever they want. Back in 2015, when they passed the law that said people that were on medicated assisted treatment for opioid abuse, opioid addiction, had to switch from being on Subutex to Suboxone. We fought that tooth and nail because Subutex is like $50 to $100 cheaper than the Suboxone is. But it didn't do us no good in the end. It still passed, but it is what it is, I guess. Yes, Jack Daniel is made in a dry county. Hey, Chase, how's it going? Yeah, I just always thought that that was weird that they kept that dry county even after opening the distillery there. It didn't make much sense to me. But then again, that might be why they do it, so they can charge a crazy price for something like it and do it in that manner. Yes, I am in Northeast Tennessee, Greene County. Well, as long as you don't move down there, it's fine. That's the only one that I can think of in Tennessee that's dry. And like I said, I think they just do that so Jack Daniels can charge you $75 for a bottle for you to get a free drinks out of. You see, Chase, I figured everybody had done something similar, only probably not as bad at least once. That's why I went with that. You missed me dance, Flossie. Hey there, Rich's wife. Yeah, he'll definitely be in our thoughts and prayers. Hopefully, he'll remain safe. Because I gotta say, I like your old man. He's pretty cool. I'll tell you what, guys, it's funny the memories and the stuff, the urges and stuff that a sound can trigger in you. It really, truly is. I'm pretty sure I've told you all I'm a recovering addict. Well, in Daniel's live there a little bit ago when he picked up his medication bottle and shook it, I'm telling you, it's just that sound. It's something else. Yes, I'm the one that gave him the nickname My Cock. That's what I started to say when you logged in, and then I remembered that you had posted in Daniel's live that you were his wife and that he was out of the country, so I kept it in. I gave him a whole nickname. Well, that one ain't very loud. This one's a little bit louder. That's my sound. Those ain't the right size and shape of medication to make the correct sound. The ones that make the correct sound are oblong pills. But yeah. Anyway, that's why I'm extra fidgety tonight. Yeah, I can totally see him doing dumb shit. You see, I've got this feeling he's like me. Anytime we were going to do something stupid in my group of friends, everybody's like, we'll do it if you'll do it first. Like, jumping off a bridge into the river or trying the rope swing out over the creek and drop in, things like that. Or riding the roller racer down the hill or any of the crazy stuff that we used to do. Everybody, they would do it after I done it, but I always had to be the one to do it first. Well, Mike, it's a little bit his fault. He could have said no. That would be me, and that tickles me to death to hear. I really like him too. He's pretty cool, I gotta admit. Most of you guys are older. Do you remember a toy? It was called a roller racer. It was about this high up off of the ground, and you sat down on it and you put your feet up on the handlebars and you would twist the handlebars with your arms and legs to make it go forward. Does any of you remember that? Well, we were riding those down a hill into an apartment complex and jumping a speed bump. And, just the hill into the parking, from the top of the parking lot down into the rest of the apartment complex wasn't real bad. But if you got out on the road, there was another 75 feet worth of hill. So I finally said, you know what? Screw this. And we walked all the way up the road to the top of that hill. I got on that roller racer and I had my buddy push me. And he ran as long as he could keep up with me. By the time I got to that speed bump, I bet you I was going 35 miles an hour. I had to have been. I hit that speed bump. I come about 4 or 5 foot up in the air. I landed. I was doing just fine. But right at the bottom of the hill, there was a spot in the parking lot that was messed up like a pothole, and they had filled it up with gravel. And when that got into that gravel, the nose end of it buried down and it flipped over, and I went over with it and I landed on my knee. At that point, it wasn't a real big deal. I picked the roller racer up and I limped back up the hill. I got back up to the rest of my friends and they pointed at my leg and said, "You're bleeding." And I looked and I had blood from here all the way down to the toe of my sock. Solid. I had to cut my pants leg off. It was so bad. My knee ain't been right since. Maybe it just means his golf game wasn't good enough. So what does he do? Is he some kind of spy or something? Is he a CIA agent going on a black op or something? Yeah, when he gets back, I'll be sure to tell him I believe I can beat him at golf. I can count on one hand the number of times I've played golf. I don't know. I'm going to go with CIA Black Op. That's what I'm going to go with. That's how I'm going to picture it in my head anyway. Hey, beginning to end, how are you? I don't know. That totally sounds like a CIA agent to me, man. Don't talk about his word. Or has some kind of weird job like greeting card salesman or something like that. Yeah, is there anything still at Area 51 we need to know? Can you get us into Area 51? And all, I mean, yeah, there could be aliens, but also in all reality, if you were an advanced civilization and you rode by a planet that was like Earth, would you stop or would you just like lock all your windows and doors and keep on going like you're going through a bad neighborhood at night? I mean, come on now. thanks for stopping by, buddy. I'm glad you came in. Hang out for a while. How many people we got in here now? 13 and 14 likes. Hell yeah, we're doing good now. I saw 13. Oh no, it jumped up to 16 and 15 likes. Hell yeah. Now we're getting there. All right, we picked up a subscriber. 140 to go. I wouldn't either, Don. I would roll up my windows and lock my doors like I was going through a bad neighborhood. Everybody, I need 140 subscribers to hit 500. Have all your friends come and subscribe. They don't even have to watch them if they're not interested. Just have them subscribe. Yeah, Flossie, that sounds about right. I wanted to reorganize my shop, but I can't really figure out a way to do it. I don't think I can, and I think I'm about at the optimal. Here, I'll see what you guys think about it. Warning, may get seasick. You're getting ready to go for a walk. Okay, I'm standing at the door. That brown metal wood stove can't be moved. And there's my wood, and there's the hot water heater. But I've got 13 feet of floor space from this side to that side. And I've got about 26 from that side to the door. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to lay it out, but I do believe I'm about it at the best that I'm going to get it for efficiency and having the ability to move things around. Like where my table saw is, I don't see it being somewhere else and still having the room I have there. Darn, let me check and see if I subbed it to you with my fiance's phone or not. If I didn't, I will. I believe I did, though. Oh, no. There you go. There's you another subscriber. I subscribed my fiance's phone to you. Oh, don't think it ain't crossed my mind, Mike. I've been looking at it. As a matter of fact, I started to hang a little rack up there just for my fence pickets. Here's you another subscriber, Chase. Yeah, go for it, Pine. But back when I made them, I guess I was 21, I was old enough to buy liquor. But somebody had asked me for one and gave me a description of what they wanted, and I had plenty of tobacco sticks, and I went and found a tree limb in the woods that was about the same size as the tobacco sticks. And that was what I used for my rungs, was the sticks. So imagine the sides gray and weathered from, being tobacco sticks, and then something like that for rungs instead of just more of the slats. They look awesome like that. All that was there's pallet slat that I cut up. I mean, you can make them bigger than that if you need it bigger or smaller or whatever. But you hang it up like this, and a twisty tie or a zip tie or some string to hang your herbs on it. You can hang about 2 on each one, and then after they're dry, pull it down and take your herb stripper and just pull it through your herb stripper to strip the leaves off the herbs, and you're all set. Hey, woodchucker. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for letting us know about that. Thanks for letting us know about that, Mrs. Mycock. We greatly appreciate it. If he just disappeared like that for however long, I would definitely be worried to death. I'd have to go hunt him down. So definitely thank you for letting us know. Yeah, Mike, after the drama I had earlier, I'm about ready to go to sleep myself. My blood pressure got up and I got mad, and after that happens, when I start calming down, I start getting sleepy. We are usually pretty lucky right here where I live about tornadoes, because if one heads this direction, the mountains usually keep it away. The only problem we have is if one touches down inside of the mountains, it just bounces around in here like a ping pong ball. So when one does touch down inside the mountains, we're in trouble. Well, thanks for coming in and saying hi, Woodchucker. Make sure you give us a like. Yeah, that was what I said. I figured since you already knew it, I might as well let you hear it. And when you talk to him, make sure you tell him you got called Mrs. Mycock. He'll really get a kick out of that. All right, Mike, buddy, you have a good one. Get you some rest. Woodchucker, get plenty of rest. We'll see you tomorrow sometime. Well, when I first typed it out in chat, I started not to send it, and then I thought, well, what if he gets mad? And then I thought, I don't give a damn if he gets mad. Everybody else will laugh, so it's worth it. So I went ahead and gave it a shot, and it seemed like he liked it more than everybody else did. But apparently everybody else started calling him that too, so. Yeah, Mike, holler at me sometime tomorrow. I got a couple of questions for you when you get up. Or if you end up being up later tonight. I probably won't be on past midnight tonight, but I'll be up later. But if you're still up after midnight, shoot me a message, and I got a couple of questions I want to ask you. It ain't nothing important or time pressing or anything, but. Oh my God, that's great. Oh, that makes my night right there. That makes it all worth it. Oh God, that makes it worth it. Oh, I can't wait to hear about this one. I saw a job posting the other day where you can point random objects at people and they'll just give you money. I don't know if he has or not, Pine. My phone's on Do Not Disturb while I'm on live. That way I don't get no messages or anything and mess up the live. Yeah, you're always welcome in here anytime you want to come in. We're here. If we're here, you're welcome to come in. It was nice to get to meet you for sure. Good night, Jack. We'll see you later, buddy. You have a good one. Love you guys, man. It. Y'all that are leaving. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, that little piece right there come from me playing with the bandsaw that I got from Shoop. And then there's my puzzle piece that I made with it. Of course, I made that out of the board that Bobby sanded the heck out of, but just testing and playing with it. Well, yeah, you're more than welcome to join us anytime you want to. We're glad to have you. All right, Cat, I'll holler at you tomorrow sometime. Love you, Cat. Have a good night, sweetheart. And thank you, Cat, for everything you do. Did Chase get a new place? I must have missed that. I didn't know you got a new place, or I don't think I knew. Congratulations. I mean, I might have known, but I have brain damage, so I might not necessarily remember. All right, Johnny, good night, man. I love you. Thanks for stopping by. Come back and see us. Everybody's going to bed off. Oh, it's a weeknight. That's why everybody's going to bed so early. It's usually the weekend when I'm on this late, ain't it? I didn't even think about that. I'll run till midnight unless everybody gets off of here. And then if everybody gets off of here, I'll go ahead and quit. But sometime tomorrow during the day while I'm doing some builds, I will go live and actually just do builds while I'm live and stop and talk for a few minutes and then go back to building. I'm thinking maybe if I do that and I stay live for a few hours doing builds, maybe I'll pick up some subs. I wish I could think of something I could do on a live that would help me get some subscribers, but I don't know what that would be. Anybody got any ideas of what I could go live and do and get people to subscribe? Anybody that subscribes, Chase will send them $1 for me. Or Lossie will send them $1 for me. Yeah, I'm getting ready to make a couple of bottle openers. I've got them glued up. I just ain't went nowhere yet. That'll be cut off of there, so it'll be flat. Have you seen my jewelry holder I've been working on, Don? I can't remember if you was in here the other day when I had this out or not. Is Rich's old lady still in here? I got a lot of dust on it. Yeah, I've actually got a way to test a little bit now. Put a little block on the back with a dowel sticking out of it to hook the back of the necklace to hold it up if it needs to be held up. But yeah, I'm glitching pretty bad. Yeah, I'm from Northeast Tennessee there, Mrs. My Cox. So, God, that sounds hilarious. Yeah, I've got a pretty thick Appalachian accent for sure. So what do you think about my necklace holder so far? Damn it, you can't see it good because of the light. Ah. We'll walk over here so if we can get a better view. The string is just to display what it does. I'm either going to cut some more strips of this kind of wood and put down a small piece of felt right here and put the strips around it to make a tray to set rings in. Or I'm going to make a separate piece to put a separate piece that you can set your rings in and figure out some kind of way to hang up earrings. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but that's my fine piece that I'm working on right now. Well, thank you for stopping in and letting us know, and you're more than welcome to hop in here anytime you want to. If you get lonely or bored and need somebody to talk to and one of us is live, you just hop right on in. You are more than welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for letting us know about Rich. We greatly appreciate you. You have a great night. Yeah, Flossie, I can make one like that, only slightly bigger. I mean, I can make it way bigger. As far as that goes, that's just made out of one piece of this rosewood. If I could use two pieces and make it this big and cut, one, two, several grooves in it to where they could hang several necklaces to display them for a jewelry store. Which I believe once I get that built and get pictures of it out and everything, I believe I will have some orders for some of them. I really do believe I will. Just trying to figure out what. I feel like if I put the tray on the back of it instead of making it a separate piece, it's going to hide the rings, and people ain't going to want to hide their rings in a display. They're going to want them out where they can be seen. Yeah, I'm aware that wasn't explained very well. If I make it bigger and cut grooves like that in it, you could hang 4 to 5 necklaces on it as a display. And I do believe that once I get pictures of that and it put out, I do believe I'll hear from some jewelry stores about it. There's really not a whole lot of room to put a dowel or anything. I thought about trying to get me a little brass rod, but those are just barely over 1/4 of an inch thick, so that's not really. I would 100% drill completely through the front or back of that if I done something like that. I could cut me a piece of it and make a little tray, felt line tray, and the rings could go in there, and I don't know, frame up some cork board with some of that wood to hang your earrings on. I mean, there's 100 modular ways I can do it. I mean, I could take one of them and cut them down about 4 or 5 inches long and cut it down into strips, glue it all together till it's about the size of a finger, and then sit here on my belt sander and round it off so it's kind of like a finger, like a cone, like an ice cream cone, so that it comes out kind of to a point like this pencil, and then different size rings could go on it that way. And yes, Flossie, when you said screw, my mind went there too. I just tried not to say anything. It took everything I had in me not to say I need a good screw right about now. It took everything I had in me. Home. Home is where the heart is. Or so they say. Home is where the Xbox is. That's the truth of the matter. I gotta say, that was really nice to get to meet Rich's wife like that. That tickled me to death. So what do we think, guys? Is he a spy? CIA agent on Black Ops? Because I could totally see that. Just from seeing him live with Mike and Ryan, I could 100% see him being a spy. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Well, I can tell him where he's at. Well, if that's what he's doing, all we gotta do is put him in a shipping container and ship it to him, and that would be the end of that. Just like Ukraine did with the drones in the shipping container to take out the bombers. Yeah, I don't think he's military, but I think he's some kind of secret agent. CIA, DIA. He's traveling overseas, so it's not something like FBI or DEA. So it's got to be either CIA or DIA. I know, but this is the only time that's free. All the rest of the time, everybody else is streaming, and I try not to go live on top of other people because that's rude, or I feel like that's rude. I don't like doing other people that way. Of course, that might be why some people have really jumped past me in viewers here in the past 4 months. Of course, being sick for 3 months, I guess, didn't help me any either, but I will be live sometime early tomorrow, maybe lunchtime, a little bit after. I don't care who's live. I'm going to go live, and I'm going to stay live for several hours while I do a build. I mean, there's a couple people I won't live over, period, just because I don't like going over live over anybody in the community, and I have once or twice, but it was because I did not know they were live. But at the same time, it don't seem to bother other people to go live on top of me, so it is what it is, I guess. All right, Daniel, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't work too hard. Love you, man. Thanks for coming by. I find it hard to watch one live sometimes, to be completely honest with you. Some of the lives here lately's kind of started getting on my nerves a little bit. I won't name any names or anything like that, but when I'm getting ready to go live, I'll look, and if there's anybody in the community that's live, I won't do it just because. Now, I've went live over Woodchucker before because I feel like me and him have a different audience because he's a chainsaw carver. So I don't think that really probably hurt anything much. But I won't go live over Daniel. I won't go live over Mike. I won't go live over Elegant or Steve or Old Path or Chase. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just start going live over Chase. Maybe I can start getting all his subs. When you gonna make some more videos, Flossie? We're all waiting for them. Well, I don't even know who that is. That's not somebody I've ever seen before, so I'm not real worried about going live over somebody I don't know. I seen Daniel do that the other day while Mike was live, and I just don't know. If it would get me 140 subs, that might be all right, but that just feels weird somehow. I don't know necessarily how uh, YouTube will count that in the long run. Because I know a lot of these places where you live stream, if you offer to subscribe to somebody, if they subscribe to you, they don't really even count that as a subscription. I believe it's Twitch and Kick that are two of them that really frown upon that. Hell, I've even thought about trying to stream on Kick because they don't have very many woodworkers on there. They've got some craft people, but not very many woodworkers. I'll give him a look if I think about it, Flossie. You said, what was his name? Wes does it. Okay, I got it right down there. Speaking of elegant, we was just talking about you. I told everybody you were the only person in the community that I would go live over top of. I'm just kidding. That ain't what I really said. I said you were one of the ones that I wouldn't. So all you gotta do now is grease it down and you're ready to go shoot. It's getting really hard to find the time to go live right now. Because I can go after Daniel gets done, and on the weekend that's okay, but through the week people have to work and they can't stay up. So I got to be careful about that. I think I'll go live about noon tomorrow and prototype this build out, or build this other thing I'm getting ready to build. I ain't sure which yet. Just something that I'm getting some work done on and getting some views at the same time and some watch hours and hopefully the 140 subscribers I need. Yeah, Elegant. The only problem with that is it's going to be a fight over the optimum times, and then it's going to be a fight because for it to work, everybody's only going to be allowed to go live for an hour or two at night. You know, it's that just causes a lot of problems. So I don't really see a way around it. I would like to go live Saturday nights around 8 o'clock since Daniel's usually watching the fights, but that's when Ryan and Mike go live, so that won't work. Sunday during the day is when Mike goes live and does his Sunday Spun Day, so that don't work. But I do believe I will go. I'll figure something out. I'll go live about noon tomorrow and do a build and see where I'm at after that. Yeah, man. Even on the weekends, lunchtime lives don't really do much good. But if I can pick up a sub or two, or I'm happy, and I usually get a good few watch hours out of it. So I mean, why not? Excuse me just a second, guys. Sorry about that. I was blowing my nose. I didn't figure you wanted to hear all that. Yeah, plywood. I know there's no excuse for me. I'm aware. I'm pretty sure I did, Dan. I done it like a day or two after y'all told me about it, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I might be mistaken. I might not have, but I'm pretty. I went and looked at it, and I'm pretty sure I posted on it. I guess I'll have to go back and check and see, but I do too. I had a wreck about 15 years or so ago, 16 years, that gave me a subarachnoid hemorrhage, which is a bleed in the lining of your brain. And it messed me up bad. I couldn't even walk and talk at the same time. Growing up, I had a damn near photographic memory. I could look at the page of a book, and then I could close the book and I could still see the page in my mind and read it to you word for word without fail. And now I do good to remember something somebody told me 10 seconds ago. Hey, good night, beginning to end. Thanks for stopping by, brother. We love you. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow sometime. My name is John, I believe. That's what it was once upon a time. What was it? I was getting ready to. Oh, yeah. What did I make out of this, guys? It's too cool not to do a little something with it, but I just don't know what it would be. That's too small for a vase. It's only about the size of a cigarette lighter. It's poplar and it had that vine twist in it. I cut it off of that big piece that I'm going to carve into Native American War Club. And I kept that little piece and peeled the bark off of it and thought, I can find something to make with that, surely. Cigarette won't stand up on it. There we go. That little piece of wood will stand up on it, though. I don't know, that may be a bit clunky for that because that's that much thicker than the ladder, so. I guess I could, after I get it cleaned up, drill a hole through it and or two and let it hold a pencil and an ink pen for somebody's desk or something. Huh. I take it you mean one of the ones with the big long rod on the end that, yeah, that could work. I mean, yeah, that would make a good handle for something. Yeah, we definitely gotta get Flossie to make us some more videos. Sure you can, shoot. I'm not gonna ban you for it. I guess I could carve a butt plug out of it. If that would work. Is that what you was gonna say, shoot? A butt plug? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. A little spit and determination. I know how that goes. Well, guys, it's midnight. It's Thursday, so I believe I'm going to head out of here and let everybody go to bed. That way I can get up early tomorrow and get on here early. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. As always, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot that you choose to spend time with me. It really does. Thank you all so much for everything you do. I will catch you tomorrow. You guys have a great night.